Hi everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Gregoris, I'm a professional makeup artist, and if you want to see how to get this look done, which is a beautiful magenta lip, a very bold look with a kind of destroyed, messy, smoky eye, then keep watching. So we just cleaned the skin and we're going straight to prime and prep the skin. I'm going to be using this Recherche Beauté serum. I'm going to massage it into the skin. For the brows, I'm going to be using this MAC shape+shade brow tint in the shade Taupe. I really like this small marker because it kind of mimics the natural hair that we see on the brows. It draws everything very naturally and it doesn't look like makeup. I'm not trying to change the shape of the brows because I really like Irina's natural shape, so I'm just filling in any small gaps and I'm lengthening a bit more her natural brow. To fix the brows, I'm using this brow gel from a very inexpensive brand called Hema. I really like this product because it doesn't add texture on the eyebrows and it slightly tints them without really coloring them. I forgot to mention that for the lips we're using a balm from Roche Posay. It's called CICAPLAST Lèvres. It's a very comfortable and hydrating lip balm that it doesn't get too greasy. So when you're doing a look with a bold lip, it's better to get something that is not very nourishing. Now for the eyes, I will be using this palette from Chanel called Les 4 Ombres in number 224, TISSÉ RIVIERA, with this brush from Shred Tools. It's a Japanese brand. And I'm gonna pick up this iridescent kind of cool toned pink eyeshadow and I'm gonna apply it all over the eyelid. I'm actually using it as a powder. I'm dusting it all over the eyelid because I don't wanna get a lot of product on it. I just want to get this frost effect on the eyelids. In the rim of the eyes, I will be using this kohl eye pencil from Chanel. So we will go in the rim of the eye. It's a beautiful burgundy color. It looks like a wine color. It's really amazing and it makes the blue eyes or green eyes look even more intense. And I'm gonna apply the same pencil in the roots of the lashes on the upper lid. I'm gonna be very close to the lashes. I don't wanna have any thick lines. And now with a detail shader from Zoeva, number 237, I'm going to smudge slightly the pencil that we used in the roots of the lashes. What we want to achieve is more of a lived-in eye kohl pencil, a makeup that has lived in the eyes and it's not perfect. Now to bring a bit more of a light on the eyelids, I'm using this pressed pigment from MAC. It's called MOTH and I'm gonna use it with my fingertip. It's a beautiful lavender, very metallic shade. You can close a bit and then you can go and press it with your fingertip on the eyelid. It's going to blend beautifully with the eye kohl we used earlier. Something important to know is that when you apply products with your fingertips, they look less of makeup and more of something that has lived in your skin, kind of in a way that you were born with it. Now for the lashes, I'm going to be using this mascara from MAC. I really like this brush because it kind of separates the lashes and it gives volume and length, but it doesn't make them look very opaque. Now for the lower lashes, I'm just gonna slightly touch the lashes with a brush because I don't want to add a lot of length since Irina has beautiful long lashes. I'm trying to reach just the roots of the lashes. Now we will be moving to the skin and I'm going to be using this Touche Éclat L'étain. It's the foundation Touche Éclat from Yves Saint Laurent. I'm going to use just 2 drops of it because I want to keep the skin super light. And to apply it, I will be using this brush from Real Techniques. It's called the Expert Face Brush. for a person who doesn't have a lot of time to do their makeup, especially their skin in the morning, this is a great brush because it makes you go much faster and it does a great application, while with another brush you will be spending much more time. And I always like to apply foundation around the eyes as well, because sometimes it really helps with the dark circles, and sometimes we don't even have to add concealer. And of course, let's not forget that sometimes having a bit of darkness around the eyes in some certain looks, it can be very sexy as well. As I mentioned, in some specific looks, as in this one, I don't like to have full coverage around the eyes, so I'm gonna use the excess of the foundation with a more precise brush. This is from Chanel and it's the blender. And I'm gonna go around the eye because it's gonna give me coverage but not high coverage, and I'm gonna have this transparency around the eyes. Now, to bring a bit of freshness on the cheeks, I'm gonna be using this volumizing lip and cheek tint from Tata Harper in the shade Very Charming, which is a beautiful pink that is flattering most of the skin tones. And I'm gonna be applying it on the cheeks with a very fluffy brush, but I don't want it to be too intense, so I'm really going to work it into the skin. I want to see it more as a rosy skin rather than a blush that has been applied there. To highlight the skin, I will be using this Guerlain Meteorite in the shade Heart Shape. It has 3 different shades, 2 more pinkish and 1 more as a highlighter. So what I like is to swirl around and pick up a bit of everything and go and highlight the high points of the face. And this shade blends beautifully with the blush we used earlier. To mattify the skin, I'm using this pressed powder from Charlotte Tilbury in shade 1 and a big brush from Chanel. It's the powder brush. I'm picking up the product, I'm removing a bit of the excess of the powder, and I'm going to slightly press where I want to mattify the skin. For the lips, I will be using this Laura Mercier Velour Extreme Matte Lipstick in the shade Queen, because Irina is a queen, which is a beautiful magenta. And I'm gonna go straight from the bullet for the beginning. It's such a beautiful opaque color. And for the contour of the lips, I will be using this MAC lip pencil in the shade of Magenta. Now the lip contour I'm using is slightly darker from our lipstick, so it's going to really accentuate the contour and it's going to give a very nice sharp edge around the lip. Once we're done with the lip contour, it's nice always to go over again with a thin layer of the same lipstick we used earlier, so it blends everything beautifully together. Last but not least, I'm gonna add this gloss from Chanel in shade 214. It's called Glossimer. I'm gonna add it in the center of the lips. I wanna achieve this kind of vinyl effect on the lips, so I will go slightly all over the surface of the lips, but I'm not swiping the product because I don't want to mess up the lipstick that I applied earlier. To give a bit more of life on the skin, I will be using this Guerlain Meteorite base. It's a regular base that you actually use before makeup, but what I like to do is take a small drop and then tap it on the high points of the face. It gives this kind of glossy effect on the skin. In the beginning it may look very wet, but then it dries down and you get this kind of beautiful sheen from the pearls that are crushed into the formula. So guys, if you enjoyed this look today, if you had some good time with us, if you learned something, don't forget to subscribe. Give a thumbs up to this video and see you very soon.
Bye.
Bye.